Hey everyone, so my name is Lauren and I am a sound healing doula and I'm the CEO of Washea. Today I just wanted to hop on and talk to you about the whole idea of being stuck. And just what that looks like and feels like for me while I'm on my healing journey. So I have been feeling like this for a number of weeks now, and I feel like when it comes to being stuck, I have definitely felt like it goes on a bit of a spectrum. So like I feel a little bit stuck, then I'll feel very stuck, and then I will be overwhelmed and everything, and I feel like I'm drowning and I'm just stuck at the bottom of the ocean. And it all depends on like what is going on in my surroundings at the time as to how deeply stuck I feel. And while I feel stuck visually, I'm always in the ocean because my mermaid self is just floating and swimming between these different states and like spaces within the ocean. And I have realized that sometimes when I'm towards the shore and there's lots of people, like on some days that could be the thing as to where I feel stuck, I feel suffocated because there's too many people. And on other days there could be too many people, but it's like too many of the wrong types of people. And that seems to be where a lot of my stuck energy comes from. It's like being surrounded by the wrong things in relation to where I am in my journey. So like it could be that I'm needing a period of me just retreating and going into my mermaid shell. That is sort of where I feel like I am at the moment, like because I want to rest, I want to chill out, I want to do some healing because it feels good, because I'm feeling burnt out by knowing and stressing about the cost of living, coming up to my 30s, like milestones and societal norms and all that. I get too much in my head and I start listening to a lot of other people. So with this, I feel like this would be where I, instead of thinking like, okay, I'm just gonna come out of the ocean, I just need to make the spaces that I'm retreating into just more comfortable and more safe for me. And now this is a space where I need to like listen to my body and think about the accommodations that I know I have access to. I just need to reach out for help, ask for help. And yet again, that is something that is very difficult for me to do because I feel like previously and up to a point. Like right now, if I have to ask for help, it means that I don't know what I'm doing. It means that I'm not good enough. It means that I didn't plan for this to happen. Like asking for help is difficult. So I am slowly working on redefining what that actually means for me, because I don't want my future self to feel bad for asking for help. Like I don't want there to be shame around asking for money for something. Like I just don't want that. Like I want to feel confident that I know that when I need help, I get it. Because if somebody asks me for help, I won't even question asking them or like helping them, right? So I also feel like that is one of my very things that kind of leads me to feel stuck, because I tend to overextend myself. Like I am learning this about myself, and then I kind of think like, oh, it's fine, I'm helping somebody else. Like oh my gosh, there was a butterfly. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I tend to overextend myself, but then when I need the help, the emotional, the physical resources that I need to help myself and get myself through that particular blip or that bump in the road is very difficult, because I've used up all of my resources. So I often, like when I'm unable to focus on or use my physical, emotional, financial resources, I am just tapped into, and I just switch into my spiritual resources, because I know they're always there, like always, without a doubt. And that is something that I have really been able to like find comfort in, because now, like, even if I am stuck, like, I'm rephrasing it, like, I'm not stuck, I'm still. And being still is sometimes needed when the world around you is just very chaotic, and the last thing you want to do is stay still. Like you want to run in the opposite direction, but staying still is what is gonna, like, okay, so we're going back to the ocean again. Like, if you're moving around, the waves and everything, like, they're all choppy, they're moving, they're splashing you, but if you stay still, the waves around you are going to calm down a little bit. So that is how, like, being stuck is sort of presented in my mind. Like, if I'm still in the ocean, I'm staying still with, like, all the things that are kind of going on around me. Like, it could be really noisy, it could be really chaotic with lots of people around me, but if I'm choosing to stay still, like, I've got my mermaid tail on, I know what I'm able to do. And when I'm, like, connecting back to my spiritual practices, I'm getting back to myself and being selfish with the time that I have, because it's like, it's my day. I get to be, like, fully selfish with it, and I know that I do have that choice to say like, this is what I'm doing, this is when I'm doing it, and this is why I'm doing it. Not having somebody like say that what I'm doing is wrong, because I've literally had people question pretty much everything that I've said or done my entire life. And now kind of setting myself up for success is like being realistic with those boundaries. But yeah, like being stuck isn't necessarily the thing that is kind of stopping me from succeeding. Like, I just have to rephrase it and reframe it. So I'm moving forward saying like, oh, I'm not saying like I'm stuck. I'm just saying I'm choosing to be still, and then knowing that like if I'm calm, I'm sort of being objective with how I'm looking at things, I'm going to sort of move with the knowledge that I can shift anything. And yeah, like regardless of what's happened, I'm going to feel more in control of life as a whole, because I feel like there are so many things that I'm out of control of, and like I have previously done, I've always kind of thought, okay, the whole situation with like let's say the cost of living, like that's my fault because I'm not doing enough. I was like, I physically can't change that. So like I'm having to do a lot of inner work around that, and like I'm having to like shush a lot of people and a lot of sources of information that kind of give the like really bad stuff, and the stuff that is, it's informative, okay, but there are things that are not, they're not helping me. Like knowing the ins and outs of certain things, it doesn't help me. It does not help my nervous system one bit. It doesn't help my mental health one bit. So if I can shush certain pieces of information, certain people, it makes my world a little bit easier to navigate while I'm still winging it and seeing how things kind of evolve. But while I am aware of the things that I can't control, I'm moving more into the space of the things that I can control, and I want to be able to do that, so that I feel like I'm actually doing something, and something as small as this, and like sharing my thoughts with you. Yeah, like I feel like this is something that I can control, and this is something that I can contribute, rather than allowing my negative self-talk to kind of run the show and then leave me feeling like there's not much point in me creating content because people don't like me or whatever. But I don't have like concrete proof of that, right? So yeah, like I'm just gonna see how it makes me feel to just keep sharing things authentically. And like I'm trying not to overthink this. Yeah, so that's it for this like mini chat. So I will catch up with you very soon, and as always, you can reach me on my socials. I will link them down in the description. And yeah, I hope today is gentle, and I hope that you can find something to smile about. Yeah, so I will catch you in the next one.